Hello everyone, welcome back to Lubelska Dolina for episode 2 of the Adventures of Feld-Corp. So, it's coming up 7:15 in the morning here on second day, day 2 early spring. And it's not been the best start to the day. So we just recently got off the phone with Dave in accounts back in England there, and we kind of had a bit of a reality check. The first of the loan interest payments came out last night, Dave was telling me, and it's a little bit over £5,000. And that we're going to have to start making some money pretty quick here now. But as the old adage goes, you got to spend money to make money. So we're going to start getting the farm set up here. But there's a couple of things that we need to do first. Now, since this isn't actually our farm, it belongs to the Pawlak family. What we're going to do is put in a little bit of temporary accommodation just around the back side of the farm here. Wait, no, it's this way. If we just head off around here, I'll show you where it's going to be. There's some old bits of like silo scrap, I guess it is, from an old silo they had deconstructed. I don't think it's going to sell for much, but we can pop down to the store and see if we can borrow their telehandler again. Just pick this up and take it off down there. Get rid of it. But we're just going to put in a little temporary sort of container, living container thing here for us to use while we're here. And then it'll be easy enough to move later on. But along with that, we also need to unload the last few odds and ends off of the lorries out the back here and send them off, get them out of the way, and pick up some tools and stuff. So yeah, let's get started here. So what we can do is head over to the shop. We need to reconfigure this little unitrack quick as well while we're down there. So we'll do that. So we don't have too much left on these trucks, just a couple of odds and ends there inside. And we'll get that taken care of in a minute. Get some lights on. Okay, yeah. Pop over here. Now, one of the nice things about this unitrack is we can actually put a get into the activate thing, there we go. We can get a what is it now we're going to put on the there it is, yes, 3-point link. Pop a 3-point link on there and do the same with the actual unitrack itself, which is very handy. So we can have a front link, 3-point link on the front and on the back. So we shall do that. I just need to reattach this. There we go. And one thing we are going to need to do is pick up a drawbar as well, because this thing, it does have pin hitch on the back, but things can be a little bit janky connecting up to that. So what we can do is buy a drawbar here quick from the catalogue, and then we can start moving things off of the trailer. Here it is. And we're going to get it in orange, so it should mostly match the lin track itself, and with the electrical cables, so that should look good. And we are going to buy that because it's pretty cheap. It's only €110, so that's nice. And let's see, where did it put that? Oh, right there. Can we pick this up? We can. Splendid. Okay, so pop that back here. Let's see if we can attach to it. Here we go. Smashing. Yep, that's the manual attach mod there. Okay. So they have said that we can borrow the little telehandler again, so We're just going to pop over here, leave the unitrack down here for a minute. Not exactly collateral, but you know. Okay, let's see what we can get for this scrap. I don't think it's going to be worth much, but at the moment, you know, any little extra bit kind of pays for itself, assuming I don't break the telehandler in the process and it covers the repairs. But yeah, okay. Now I suspect we'll have to carry these down one at a time. We shall see here. Okay. That's not too heavy. Yeah, we'll take them one at a time, I think, just for safety purposes, because the last thing we need is them jiggling about and causing a big issue. Now, like I say, yeah, this isn't our farm. We're just technically coming in as like a sort of a debt management professional, I guess. So the farmhouse itself does belong to the Pawlak family. That's Janek and his wife Klara live there with their kids, and Janek's brother Aleksander. They all live there together, and it's basically a family farm for them. So we shall drop that off here, and then pop back. Now, one thing we have managed to do is this area that we're in. It's part of the Lublin Voivodeship, I think it's called. It's basically like a province, and in this area is the headquarters for the ReverS farm equipment company. They make a lot of tractors and other things. So we've actually managed to get a meeting with some of the ReverS guys up at their headquarters up in Lublin. So we are going to head over there later on. That'll be tomorrow, I believe that appointment is. So we shall head over there for that, and I'm hoping that what we can do, because this sort of area is famous for the ReverS tractors, I'm hoping that they might not exactly sponsor the farm here, but they might be able to maybe help us out with either a deal on a tractor or some sort of lease on something, as an agreement that we made with the banks to sort of take over the debt and stop the foreclosure on the farm here. We can't actually lease any regular items from the main store here, and when we're doing contracts for any of the local farmers, we can only use our own machinery. So obviously one of the big things we're going to have to do is get some tools and equipment in so we can actually do some contracts. So we're in a little bit of a disadvantage right now, but then the debt to the bank is not small, so you can kind of understand them having certain restrictions on things, and that's fine with us. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. We'll see. I mean, how hard could it be? What's the worst that could happen? And of course, now I've said that, I'm probably going to crash into something and like set the farm on fire. But no, hopefully not. So let's see what we've got left in the trucks here. Okay, yeah, so this is what we needed the drawbar for specifically, is to get this field bin container off of the truck here, off of the flatbed. I never know what to call these things. But yeah, because it doesn't actually attach to the trailer hitch on the back of this. So let's get this little thing out of the way. Pop that on the floor for a minute. Okay, connect this up. And tuck those up. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, we should should hopefully be able to raise. Lovely. Okay, so we'll pull this off. And I'm really hoping this is going to fit in the gate here. It's quite a chunky little bin, but it should be useful because we can just take this over to one of the fields and pop it along the side and pretty much leave it there. And, yeah, so if we angle it right, then we can just fill up in it as we go by with a harvester, and then bring a trailer or something by later on to pick up whatever's there. Okay, so we should just leave this here for now. Now I'm just going to pop the drawbar off here because we don't need that anymore either. Okay, and grab this and just pop it over to the side here. That way it's kind of out of the way and we don't run into it or run over it, or hopefully not lose it. Okay, and next we have... Oh yeah, we got to get this out from in here. Okay, this ought to be fun. Of course it didn't help that I parked on a hill either, did it? Okay, hopefully we can get out of this. Attach that, there we go. No hoses there. Yeah, and this is one advantage that we definitely have. One of the reasons I wanted to bring this over. Obviously for precision farming purposes, which is one of the reasons we're coming here. But also it will give us a nice leg up to do fertilising contracts. That's one less thing to buy. And get the back tank with the boom on, and I should have put that, possibly lowered that ramp down a bit. But again, parking on the hill wasn't the smartest idea in the world. Okay, so a few more of these things just to get out of the way there. I think we did, we did unstrap this last night. Yeah, I didn't quite get close enough to it, so... I thought I moved that. Or was that another one? That seems to be stuck. No, it's not strapped down. Oh, maybe it's under the wheel. Ah, there we go. Got it out of the way. Okay, so let's take this up here. There we are. We're just going to drop these off in here first. We don't actually need to use it yet, so just leave them here for now. Now, likely as not, that will be one of the first contracts we do, is fertilising. We'll be able to just give everything a quick spray and make some quick money, so long as it's not too expensive. Okay, so let's just tidy these things up here. Okay, so that's the lorries taken care of there, and yeah, we'll run back up in here and take a look at where we want this this small sort of living quarters arrangement. It's basically like a little living container slash work office or site office type thing. It'll be easy enough for them to move later on if they want to, or they can keep it here for the workers. They're like seasonal workers they want to have on site or whatever. So yeah, let's get on with constructing that, shall we? Okay, and there we have it. Nice little just sort of container unit there. A bit of air conditioning, that'd be handy. Yeah, smashing. Okay, so what's next? Like I say, we're going to need to make some money. So we're going to need a few tools as well, but it really depends on what kind of contracts are available. So let's have a quick look at the contracts board. See what we can get. Definitely get some fertilizing contracts, that's good. And sewing contracts will be another one. Now we will probably... oh yeah, there's lots of sewing contracts there. So we will have to pick up a seeder of some sort, possibly a planter. Although most of these seem to be standard seeder crops, so that's handy. There's a sugar beet one in there. Not paying out that much, surprisingly. But we could look at getting a cheap planter as well, possibly. So yeah, and we will at some point need a cultivator, but I think we could probably get away without that for now. So let's see if we can pick up this fertilizing contract. Now, like I say, we can't actually use their equipment because of the arrangement we have with the bank. There's no no leasing of equipment or sort of borrowing for contracts. We have to use our own equipment, but we do at least have the sprayer that we brought with us. So let's accept that. And it disappeared on us. Well, that's handy. Let's try this one. And that disappeared as well. So try 114. Nope, don't want that one. Oh, there we go, we got one. 73. Let's see if we can take 72 as well. We can, lovely. So we've got both of those. Well, in that case, let's pick up our gear from back here. And now we do obviously have the Better Contracts mod installed. That's why we could accept 2 of them. So let's attach that, see if there are any electricals there. Oh, wrong button. Ah, PTO, that's the other one. Okay, and we have to grab the front tank, and we can fill these both up from the tanks we have there. Now hopefully, since this is liquid fertilizer, it should go a fair distance. Okay, why won't you reattach? There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Lovely. This should have a pretty good width on it too, once we extend that out. So that will be exceptionally useful, I think, particularly since a lot of these fields are fairly thin and long. So we may even be able to get away with one pass, particularly on the contracts. So let's back up here. Not close enough. There we go. No, what am I? Oh, it's filling that up, isn't it? That's rude. Did not want to fill that up with straw, but thanks. No, I guess we're filling the back of this thing up with straw. That's handy, that is. Well, that's one of the downsides of having this, unfortunately. But, well, we'll just leave the straw in there for now, I suppose. We may... Well, I mean, this is season, so I'm not sure if it will rot away while it's in there. We'll figure it out. So, let's see, where on the map are these 2 fields? 72 and 73. Well, at least they should be right next to each other. And I'm imagining they are down at the bottom somewhere. 72, 73... 71. 70, 71... Ah, 72 and 73. They're the ones that are flashing at me. That's handy, that is. Okay, so we just come out here and we can pretty much drive straight south. Take a left and past the shop. Perfect. Well, let's do that. So, go left here. And what we will do quick is pop into the shop and see about grabbing a seeder as well. So we have 120 odd horsepower in this thing, so we might be able to get away with maybe a 4-meter one. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, well, we've just picked up a seeder and cultivator combo here. It was about just under 14 grand for the pair. They are going to need some repair work, but it should be pretty decent. There's the Euro-Masz combination pack here. They do work together, so that should be pretty good. Now the advantage of this cultivator is we can extend it out to 4 meters later on. It's a little bit pricey first off, but yeah, when we get a little bit of money in and we start actually needing it, we can increase the size of that. But anyway, let us head off to our contract and see about making a little bit of money, because that's always nice. Okay. We should be able to just go straight down this little track next to the farm, or between the fields. Now, I do have to be careful, because one thing I did install was a nice little interesting mod called Player Pays for Crop Destruction, I think. Essentially, if I drive on a field that doesn't belong to me without care wheels on, then I will incur a charge and actually destroy whatever crop is on there. So I do have to be careful. Which is kind of nice, because it means I'll actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing and maybe put like care wheels on things for contracts and whatnot, so that'll be nice. Okay, let's see what is this. Let's just stop here quick and check the map. Where are we now? Oh yep, it is the 2 fields right in front of us. So let us come right out here and we'll see what happens when we go on this field. Okay, well there's no crop destruction notice, so that's good. So it must have just been seeded. Well, let's stretch this this boom out and see how we go. Okay, it's not too bad. Now, one thing we are going to do, since we have precision farming running, and this is not one of our fields, we're just going to set the sprayer to manual rate, and then knock it down to the minimum once it gives me an option. Is it going to give me an option to do that? No values detected. Okay. Probably would help if I was on the seeder. No, it doesn't make it. Oh, there we go. Now I can change it. Okay. So we'll use, hopefully not too much. And that way we won't risk over-fertilising it, because we don't know the soil types on these. So, off we go. Okay, I think these are both done now. Let's just check. Oh no, we still have 4% left to go on, or 6% rather left to go on this one. That's interesting, I'm not quite sure where that 6% is, because we've pretty much covered the whole field, so far as I can tell. And there's a tiny little bit down there, and this little bit around this telegraph pole thing. Okay, so we got that. That, and back into this one, just to make sure that we get it all. There we go, we got contract finished. Okay, splendid. So, let's head back up here. And we can claim those 2 contracts complete. Let's see where that puts us. And what I should do is turn the time up as well, because it's supposed to be on ×5. Okay, so we get 800 for that one, that's good. And 1,000 for that. Okay, now comes the fun part. We've got these sewing contracts. So we've got field 6, 17, is there anything down in the 70s range where we're at? Not the best prices. And we have to go back to the shop anyway to get the cedar. So let's have a look. We've got 5, 6, 7, 17 and 19, those should all be at the top. Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7, those are up there. 17 and 19 are off to the right of the farm. Okay. Well, let's see which ones it'll let us accept. So we'll try for the big payouts first. Let's try for 6. Oh, we got 6, yes. Might as well take 5 and 7 since they are all close together. Okay. Alright, now let's head back up to the store. In fact, I think we'll go back to the farm first and see about dropping this off. That way, we shouldn't have any problems with leaving things down by the down at the store and then going back and forth picking them up and stuff. So let's head in here. Lower this tank down. Pop out and disconnect. And then pop the back tank in as well. Oh, that was already lowered for some reason. Okay, not a problem. There we go. Let's pop back down to the store and pick up the cedar, and then we can go do those other 2 contracts and get a little bit more money in the old bank account. Now, I'm thinking what we may have to do is get a cheap piece of land as well, so we can start getting our own stuff underway, our own crops growing. You know, it's not going to be massive, but it might be worth doing a little something, perhaps. Going to need to get some. Am I going to need a front weight for this? I think I'm going to grab a front weight quick too, since we're here. Nothing too massive, but let's see what we've got. It's just something pretty simple. Let's go with the old concrete filled barrel. And let's pop it in orange as well, just to match the thing. Since that's pretty cheap, we'll just buy that fresh and new. It's not going to cost a lot, and that should just balance out the. Oh, we still need to sell that scrap as well. I'd completely forgotten that was there. Oh dear, well that'll cover the cost of the weight at least. Okay, let's pop that on there. Over here quick and sell all this. It's not worth a whole lot, I'm sure. Yeah, just 384 euros per. But that is that's the cost of the weight paid off at least. So that's handy. Okay, so let's pop in here. Get that raised up. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now one thing that did crop up was, because obviously seed can be a little bit expensive. There's a chap that the family knew that Janek mentioned. He runs a seed and sort of farm supplies business. And he's actually got a container down here. And we had a chat with him earlier, and he did say, since we are trying to help the family out, what he's going to do is offer us a good deal on seed and supplies from here to use, but only when we're doing contracts. So anything we get from here, we have to unload back here. We can still use it because obviously we paid for it, but it's only going to be seed to use on contracts. Whenever we're doing anything on our own land, we're going to have to purchase like a pallet of seeds or something from the shop. But since we're helping the family out, he said that we can he can get us some cheap seed. So with any luck, I should, if I switch to the right one, can I fill it from here? Yes, it should be able to fill it from here, I think. Have to open the cover first, perhaps. Ah, there we go, yes. Okay, seeds, that's the only thing it takes. I knew it would be something simple like that. Okay, and let's check the contracts, find out what we're doing first. Field 5, they want oats. Check out, oh, sugar beet, okay. So we are going to need to get a planter as well. I forgot all about that. Okay, well, we'll start with oats. Because this does not do the others, does it? Let's just cycle through. No, it does not do sugar beet. Okay, so we need oats. Okay, there we go. Let's just get rid of the help menu there. Well, since we are here at the store, let's just pop up and have a quick look at the planters. I have a feeling I know which one I'm going to get though. Yeah, this is a lovely little planter, this. It's only 60 horsepower, 4.5 meters for this version. We will get signs and hoses, because why not? It's only 50 euros. And capacity wise, we are going to get the fertilizer tanks as well, because again it's not massively expensive, and I've found that to be really helpful with precision farming, because you know, for the few things you will use a planter for, you can just pop a little bit of fertilizer in there and it'll actually cover it pretty quick. You know, it doesn't drain the tanks too much, so we will purchase that. Smashing, so that should be sat there ready for us. Lovely. Okay, well, we've got this, we've got oats in it. We didn't repair it. We must repair it quick before we go on. So let's put it back here. Hop out, give this a quick repair. Oh yeah. Now at some point we will repaint these, but right now actually that's not massively expensive. But for the moment we'll leave that as is. But yeah, let's head on over and see about these fields. So we are doing 5, 6 and 7, which are... Okay, 5 we'll have to get to from the top. So should take a right out here, head over to the field and get started. Okay, here we are, field 5. I don't think there's a specific entrance to it. So we shall get this sowing underway. Is that actually on? No, it's not on. Helps if I turn the seeder on, doesn't it? Yeah, that would be really useful. Oh, did I not attach? I don't think I attached the PTO, or I detached the PTO, one of the two. Okay, what am I missing here? Turn on server X. No, it's not turning it on. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't in quite the right place to attach those. Fair enough. Yeah, it's the one minor hiccup you get with the manual attach mod. Sometimes it can be a little bit janky. But that's okay. And there we go. Now we are sowing. Sowing the seeds of love, as they say. And this, good lord, this is going at a fair old lick. I wonder if that's because it's on the back of this and it's sort of technically raised. Oh, that's interesting, that is. That's going to make this job a lot quicker, that's for sure. Not sure how much I want to risk doing it at, you know, close to 30 miles an hour, but yeah, so that's actually really interesting. I had not expected this to seed at that kind of a speed. That's really very interesting and kind of useful, but also a bit scary because I'm pretty sure that's not how it works in the real world. But yeah. So anyway, we shall continue on here, and I shall catch up with you all when we're finished. We'll just get a couple of headlands done and then start the old up and downs, and we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so here we are back at the farm again, and as you saw, we did pick up a couple of extra contracts, and we've completed a few now. So our money is back up to 40,000 and change there. So that's pretty much it for right now. But tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. We've got a few more decisions to make in terms of equipment and possibly a field purchase. And then also we have that meeting with Ursus, so that should be interesting. But for now, we're pretty much done for the day, I think. If you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like, subscribe too if you want to see more. Comments are always welcome, and sharing this video would be greatly appreciated. And thanks for watching, everyone. Cheerio!